Hey, hello and welcome. My name is Mistina and you are watching Squaziland, the occasional dose of my reviews, reactions and opinions, and today I gladly react to the latest chapter of One Piece, which is none other than chapter 1103. I haven't seen any spoilers. I knew this chapter is going to come out this week, so I was well prepared for it, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, I have to do it right now. I promised you a video on the best chapters of 2023, which I intend to do, but I think it will be next week because we won't have any chapters next week and the week after, so there's going to be a few weeks without One Piece. So I think that for One Piece content it will be just fine, and not on the 31st of December, but next week, sometimes next week. So expect those chapters and the reactions to them, or rather my opinions about the best chapters. I have seen a few good chapters and I'm still debating which chapters should be in the final cut, or which are the best chapters, because I have to say last year we were really spoiled by chapters, really good chapters, I think. And there were some, misses for me, but, we'll discuss that when the time is due. And first and foremost, I forgot, but it's still very important. Thank you very much for all the views and all the likes and all the comments and all the subscriptions, because it seemed like it was a Christmas miracle, because there were so many views and actually people liked the video. I was like shocked, to say the least, and pleasantly shocked, I might add. So thank you very much. Now I think that without further ado I should be reacting to the chapter, so I just try to find it, because I don't want to get spoiled on anything. I really try my best not to get spoiled or be spoiled by any of the things. But I think that this chapter we are finally coming back, although I had my predictions about this chapter, but my predictions are not always quite on the point when it comes to One Piece, because One Piece is quite unpredictable, which I like. Actually, I love it. Okay, everyone is dressed up as a dragon, so it's the year of the dragon, I suppose, and that Luffy is actually a green dragon. It might be the year of the green dragon, I suppose. I'm not really familiar with Chinese zodiac signs. I mean, I know the zodiac signs, but there are some wood, grass years, glass years, or whatever years. So there are many layers to that. Anyways, it's nice to see Luffy dressed up as a plush, as if he's wearing a pajamas of the Dragon Ball dragon. Okay. Ooh, and we got a color spread, and naturally Yamato has to be there. I think because people wanted Yamato to join the crew. Actually, I was one of the few people I thought that she should be there too, but now that she isn't, I don't really miss Yamato, but it seems like the color spread does miss her a lot. And I just saw that so the theme is still about dragons, so maybe that's why she appeared here, because we can see Momonosuke too. Jinbei is really cool. Frankie has a dragon hair, which is also very cool. And everyone is wearing something dragony. But if this year is about dragons, could it be that the dragon in the story will have a more important role than just to stay behind and glare? I mean, like, who knows? Oh, and there is the drawing of Kanjuro on Nami's top. I mean, you wouldn't miss it, would you? It's hard to miss that spot. But it seems like the dragons are everywhere, and I suppose that maybe Sanji even cooked dragon. And Frankie, his design, wow, it's pretty cool actually. I like these dragon designs. That's lovely. I think the only person who doesn't wear any dragony stuff is Chopper. I think, yeah? Yeah, Chopper is not wearing anything related to dragons, and maybe Brook. And Usopp neither. And Robin is wearing something about numbers, which probably means something, but I don't know what. Now I think we should go to the chapter, right? And okay, we are still back in the story. I'm so sorry, Daddy. Okay. Bunny, you saw everything? I did. Okay, Vegapunk got his ears back from Bunny. And now I have really done it. I broke my promise to Kuma, and he's really, really sad. And he can hear steps, and Bunny is turning back into a child, and she's hugging him. I'm sorry, Vegapunk. He's really like a grandpa, isn't he? And what's that? A gift Kuma left with me for your 10th birthday. From Dad, that's really great. A sapphire necklace, how pretty. It looks like the sun. I'll treasure it forever. He said it's a protective charm. Honestly, though, it's hard to believe what that kid has become after 2 years. Okay, he's talking about Luffy. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just still thinking about the sapphire necklace. Sapphire. Where, she had a sickness like that. Maybe there is something more to it. I mean, it can't be just a protective charm for being a protective charm. It has to mean more, right? But what? Okay, Straw Hat. So he's the son of Dadzo's body, right? Indeed, I was stunned when you both showed up together. Fate is a strange thing, indeed. And they actually rescued Bunny, so it's really fate. A lot has happened on Egghead while you have been in that room. The Straw Hat crew saved me just now, in fact. I'll explain everything. We can meet up with them when things have calmed down. So this is why, there has been a discussion where is Vegapunk, etc., etc. I have been rereading all of the chapters of last year, and this is why I'm actually aware of things that happened before the flashback. It has been so long. I'm sorry for everything, Bonnie. Now you know how worthless I am. A mere scientist for hire, following his orders. She's like, you're wrong. The real villain is him. And we are finally back. The present Egghead New World. And there is Saturn holding her. Jewel Bunny, the pirate. Your father, Kuma, is truly dead. Moo. She's glaring at him. And Sanji's like, damn it, why can't I move? And even Vegapunk is angry, and Frank is like, Bunny! Okay, food. Someone give me food. Luffy's out of craft. Meat. I would if I could, but my body, everyone is just, because of gravity or some kind of power. Vegapunk's bodyguard is in custody. Repeat, we have got Sentomaru. Sentomaru-kun. Bunny. And it seems like Kizaru is really thinking about them. I wonder why. Any word on status of things up there? We can't confirm the situation since Commodores and below aren't allowed to approach. A siege involving an emperor? It'll be a miracle if there is no casualties, or there are no casualties, okay? So common people are like, so that's the news, and we know that the news are that Luffy actually went on rampage and he's holding Vegapunk as a hostage. We know the truth, of course. Sorry about that, just a mild insult. No. Sorry about that, there was just a visit from me in my room. I haven't told them that I'm actually doing a video right now, so it's like it happens sometimes, right? I think this is a first. So, the scale is bigger than the O'Hara incident. Please be safe, Dr. Vegapunk. And, everyone is worrying there. Assuming there is still a trace of Kuma in there, where would his instincts take him, Eva? Okay, so Dragon's really trying to connect with Kuma and try to figure out what's wrong. And Ivankov is like, if it was me, I would storm Marijua for some payback. But as we know, Kuma is different, indeed. And we are switching back. If I'm gonna get killed here anyway, then, and Bonnie is really struggling, distorted future, Nika-ish. And then she's become Nika again, or Nika-ish, and Saturn is like, Nika? Future, douche. And Saturn gets a boink on his head. Okay, that's really silly. And it seems like that Saturn is like, I don't know what Saturn's relationship to Nika is, but I'm really, really curious about that. And Bonnie's like, what the? I suddenly feel weak again. Why? So you do know that name. You really are his daughter. That being said, you don't fully understand its meaning. It seems she hasn't drawn the connection between Nika and the Straw Hat's new white form. Oh. I mean, others possibly might have, but it's strange that she hasn't drawn the conclusion, even though she knows about that. So I think that even though Luffy has his white hair and Nika-ish abilities, there are just a few people around the world who actually can connect the dots. Obviously, Bunny is still a child, so she cannot really sometimes make assumptions like that. And Saturn is like, pathetic. And Luffy has been given lots of food and he's eating, and Saturn is like, what? And where did that food come from? Who is responsible for this? Put him in sea stone cuffs immediately. Well, you should have done this earlier, Saturn. And everyone is like, get him. And it's strange. I can see Kizaru there and that thing. Maybe it was him. He has the speed of light after all. What's with this geezer? Can't even change his age. Bonnie, you owe that power of yours to me. She's like, huh? We conducted experiments to determine whether extract infusions could grant a baby an ability without feeding them the fruit normally. Okay, I'm listening. So there were experiments. And when she was a baby, she was given this power. It was a success, but the fruit itself is useless now. Its ability can transform you into a state that matches any future perceived to be possible. But that means the possibilities become limited as your future becomes more certain. As you uncover the truth. Is it now? Nika is just an impossible myth you wanted to believe in. That's not true. That's not true. He's actually, he wants her to believe. I see. So he's actually trying to corner her, and he's actually trying to make her not believe in Nika, because I think her imagination is the only limit, just like for Nika's powers, I believe. Nika is real. I have been looking for him to save Dad ever since you turned him into a cyborg slave. Yet, your sudden weakening proves you are starting to doubt whether his existence is possible. Oh, you will be so wrong. Your father just passed on a worthless buccaneer legend. He once told me he wanted to save people, just like Nika. Your mother being brought to the Holy Land to be wife number 8 is ironic, really. She ended up being part of my drug experiments. Like the other failures, she developed sapphire scales. Okay. Wife number 8. His wife? Saturn's wife? I knew the results were poor, but to think the condition passed on to her child as well. She's like, what? Whoa, something has landed. Thank you very much for not letting us know the rest of it. And she was like, everything, it was all you? Experiments? How dare you, Saturn? Okay, Vegapunkies. The sapphire scales tore Kuma's family apart. They are the reason he threw his life away. You used it as a bargaining chip when you were the responsible one? Look at it from my perspective. Do you comprehend the feelings of the insects you step on? Of course not. And he's looking like an evil thing, and she's like, But whose child is Bonnie? Is she Saturn's child? That's the question. Okay, it's like, whoa, okay, Kuma has arrived. Is it a pacifista? No, look at his palms. He has paws. This is an urgent report from the southwest coast. The ex-warlord of the sea, Bartholomew Kuma, has made landfall. He is heading straight for the center of the island. Our authority chip commands aren't working. We cannot stop him. And Saturn is like, What a fiasco. How could Kuma possibly be here? Maybe, maybe she has a tracking device and this sapphire thing is a tracking device? And she's like, I can't hold on. I'm so scared. He's here now? Stop him. Fire at will. Yes, sir. I can't force myself to speak anymore. Daddy, it feels like my heart is shattering. Wow. And he's really coming in. Open fire. Don't stop till you are out of ammo. At this point, I think I would be better off dead. This is it. And she's really losing it. I feel so sorry for her, but she's just a child. I'm so sorry, Daddy. And there's Sanji Vegapunk screaming and Kuma running. And all that shrieking is unbearably noisy. You inseparable waif. Okay, she's screaming, okay. Oh. Blow her head off. Huh. And there are some big explosions and Saturn is like, She's like, I'm so sorry, Daddy. And she's douche down the floor and he's trying to step on her. You fought really hard for me to live, but yeah, she thinks it's over. But Kuma comes in clutches and saves her, of course. She's like, Daddy. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. It's Bartholomew Kuma. And he's really just grabbing onto his feet. She's like, She's crying as a child, and Kuma is ready to punch Saturn in the face. And the chapter, of course, ends here. Wow, this has been a truly great chapter and a great start for the next year, which is, yeah, it's weird, but wow. Okay, I really like this chapter. It's really just, all the positives I can say about it. It's truly something unique for One Piece stanzas too. I really like this. Kuma came in clutch, and those people who were saying that Kuma is heading to this island were actually right. I wonder why he tried to fight on the Holy Land of Marijua, but I don't know what his mission was. But now we know that he's here. He might even see Nika too. I don't know, but Luffy is gaining energy too, so even if Kuma cannot really handle Saturn, now it's his time. And I also wonder, I really do wonder, Saturn saying that it's like wife number 8. Your mother being brought to the Holy Land to be wife number 8 is really ironic. She ended up being part of my drug experiments. Whose wife? Whose wife? Can't be his, can she? Or what? Anyways, it was a great chapter, and to close this year with such a great chapter is always a pleasure, and to actually react to it and be together with you is also some kind of a really good thing. Thank you very much for all the comments and encouragement I get from you. It really means a lot, and likes, subscriptions, all of that. I really do appreciate it, just as I hope you appreciated this reaction too. See you next year. Until then, bye bye.